The director of Smithsonian Theater's Zarth Birch is here today to tell us about the National Air and Space Museum's new film, Arrival. Welcome, Zarth. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
So tell us about this new movie, Arrival.
So I was fortunate enough to catch it at the Toronto International Film Festival, and it is just unbelievable. It is that rare science fiction film that I think crosses all genres. It is, you have the action component, you have the philosophy, you have the science, and I often describe it as a film that, imagine a film like Independence Day, where instead of the schlocky action, which is fun, it is what it is, this is a very thoughtful, intelligent exploration of how would you actually communicate. Mathematics, linguistics, much more in the sensibility of The Martian.
Right.
And it's just also a simply powerful film. At the end of the screen, everybody was drying their eyes. I kid you not. It is just a beautiful film.
Well, I was going to ask how it compares to other science fiction films, because I don't remember that many that at the end of the film would have us drying our eyes.
Right, right.
Yeah. So let me ask you, why should people see this at the National Air and Space Museum?
Well, we have the only Imax theater that will be launching this film, and we'll be showing it on our 5-story screen, which is Imax laser projection. And I could go off on all of the technical attributes of that, from the density of the blacks to the color gamut, but just quite simply, it's going to look incredibly good. And if you're going to see an epic film, particularly epic sci-fi or action, seeing it on a giant screen really does take it to a different level.
So does experience differ at the Lockheed Martin IMAX theater than from the regular everyday theaters that we go to?
Well, absolutely. So that's the biggest thing, is not only the size and the quality of the sound, but the laser projection.
Okay.
The quality is just completely at a different level. When you go to a regular theater, we don't think about it this often, but a black, if it's digital, is a cool gray. And if it's film, it's a warm gray, but it's really a gray. With the laser projection, you really have a true black, and that impacts the entire contrast range. It impacts the color gamut. But, you know, even separating from the technical side of it, it just is awe-inspiring. I mean, it really looks beautiful. When we have our documentaries to epic films like this, or Star Trek, or Star Wars, it really is the place to see it.
Well, now you mentioned other movies, Star Trek, Star Wars. What other movies do you play here at the museum?
So we do a combination of documentaries that focus on air or space. So we have aviation documentaries. We also have A Beautiful Planet right now, which 98% of the film approximately was shot by astronauts at the International Space Station.
Nice.
So seeing that in the laser 3D is just really, really a special experience.
Just kind of brings it all home, doesn't it?
It does.
Literally.
Well, and the other thing is that, right, you're seeing actual spacecraft. I mean, there's capsules there that have been in and out of Earth's atmosphere, and then you go see real documentaries about space, or you see science fiction, which is really imagining what we might do in the next century or beyond. And so it's really great to wrap it all around, from hard science to science fiction to really what inspires the next generation of scientists.
I was going to say, speaking of the next generation, I imagine this is a great place to bring the kids
It really
to see
is.
some of these documentaries and to see these films shot from outer space, like you were saying.
Absolutely.
So how long will it be playing at the National Air and Space Museum? We're talking about Arrival.
We're going to have it for a minimum of 3 weeks, and depending on popularity and demand, into early December. And then we're going to be opening the new Star Wars Rogue One.
Oh, nice. So this is perfect. This time of year, the kids are out of school for the holidays. It'd be nice to bring them in there, get to watch some movies, get to learn some things too.
Absolutely.
So now, are tickets still available for this weekend screening of Arrival?
They are. Opening night tomorrow night, the first, or actually, excuse me, tonight at 7 p.m. We have some tickets left, but it is very popular, and I think that we will still have some tickets left through the weekend. We are at www.si.edu/IMAX for tickets online if you want to be sure that you can get your ticket. Otherwise, you can come to the box office.
All right, Zarth, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We look forward to seeing this movie, because we were showing pictures during the segment. It looks fantastic.
It really is.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. And stay with us, folks. We have more of Let's Talk Live coming up right after the break.